Good afternoon, guys. In last session, we discussed about Angular application execution flow. Angular application execution flow. Right. Angular application execution will start from app module. Angular application execution. Angular application execution will start from app module. Will start from app module. It is also called as bootstrapping module. It is also called as bootstrapping module in Angular. App module is going to bootstrap app component. App module will bootstrap app module. App module will bootstrap app component. Will bootstrap app component. When we access, will bootstrap app component. To access a component, we are going to use selector. To access a component, we will use component selector. We will use component selector. We can find component selector tag. We can find component selector tag in component.ts file. In component.ts file. In Angular application, src slash index.html file will act as welcome file. Will act as welcome file. In index.html file, in index.html file, we will we will write we will write app component selector. App component selector. So when index.html file is loaded, it will access app component. It will access app component. Guys, able to understand? Whenever we execute Angular application, it is going to bootstrap from app module. App module is also called as bootstrapping module in the Angular application. App module will bootstrap app component. To access a component, we will use component selector. We can find component selector tag in component.ts file. Okay. In Angular application, src slash index.html file will act as welcome file. In src index.html file, we will access app component selector. So when index.html file is loaded, it will access app component. It will access app component. Right now, first of all, what is component? How to create component and how to access component. In the yesterday, we have seen the syntax for creating the component and how to access a component. Today also, we are going to understand components related concept only because components are building blocks of Angular application. Without components, there is no Angular application. Okay, what is component? The component class represents certain section of a web page. Component component represents certain section in web page. A component represents certain section in web page. For example, for example, for example, login form is represented by login component. Login form will be represented by login component. Will be represented by login component. Registration page, registration page, registration form or registration page will be represented by registration component. Registration component. Angular application nothing but collection of components only. collection of components only. A component represents a certain section in web page. Now let me take a web page. Let me take a web page. Now assume that this is my web page. This is my web page. In this web page, here I have a header part. Here I have a footer part. Here I have menu. Here I have menu. Here I have a body. Now this is my header part. Header part. Logo, web application logo, application name, contact details will be displayed. Here this is footer part. Here it is footer part, and here menu items. Here we are going to display menu items. Here body will be displayed. Body part will be available. So like this my web application will be available. Header part will be available. Footer part will be available. Menus will be available. Body also will be available. Now for dealing with the header part, we are going to create a header component. To deal with the header part, we need to create a header component. For dealing with the header part, we need header component. Okay. Similarly, to deal with the body part, we need to create body component. Body is one section in the web page. For that, body component. Here, to deal with the footer, we need to have footer component. We need to have footer component. To deal with the menus, we need to create menu component. We need to create menu component. We need to create menu component. Guys, able to understand what is a component? Component is a section which will represent in the web application. Component will represent a section in the web application. So if I take a web page, header section will be there, footer section will be there, body section will be there, menu section will be available. To represent the header part, we will create a header component. To represent the footer component. To represent the body component. To represent the menu component will be available. Are you guys able to understand what is a component? Component represents a certain section in web page. For example, login form will be represented by login component. Registration form will be represented by registration component. Registration component. Now, to create a component in the Angular application, we will use below syntax. How to create a component in the Angular? How to create component in the Angular? Okay. How to create component in Angular? How to create component in Angular application? Guys, do you know the answer? How to create a component in the Angular? To create to create a new component, we will use below syntax in Angular CLI. To create a new component, we will use below syntax in CLI. What is that? Ng generate component and component name. Ng generate component and component name. That is one syntax. Another one is ng. Instead of generate, we can use G. Instead of component, you can use C. And here we can specify component name, either first one or second one. You can use any syntax to create a component in the Angular. How to create component in the Angular application? To create a component in the Angular, we will use below syntax in the CLI. Ng generate component name, or instead of generate, you can just use G. Instead of a component, you can just use C. Ng gc component name. That is the syntax which we are going to use to create a component. All right. Example, NGGC, I'm going to use login. So with this, login component will be created. With this command, what will happen? Login component will be created. With this, login component will be created. So what all files will be created? What files will be created in the component? What files will be created in the component? What files will be created in the component? Come on. What files? what all files will be created in component? Come on, what all files will be created in a component? Login dot component dot ts, login dot component dot html, login dot component dot css, login dot component dot spec dot ts, login dot component dot spec dot ts. So total 4 files will be created when you create a component. What are those 4 files? Login.component.ts, ts file will be created. Login.component.html, html file will be created. Login.component.css, style sheet file will be created. Login.component.spec.ts, unit testing file will be created. What all files will be created in the component? Login.component.ts, login.component.html, login.component.css, login.component.spec.ts. These 4 files will be created when you create the component. Okay, what is the purpose of these files? What is the purpose of here? Sir, always this will be name of the component. Suppose if the component name is a login, then login. Suppose if your component is a welcome, welcome will be created. Welcome.component.ts, welcome.component.html, welcome.component.css, welcome.component.spec.ts. All these files will be created. Okay, component to ts file, what files will be created in the component? When we create a component, below 4 files will be created. When we create a component, below 4 files will be created. Below 4 files will be created. What are those? Component.ts, component.html, component.css, component.spec.ts. Guys, look at this. First of all, what is a component? What is component? Right, first question, what is component? What is component? Component represents a certain section in web page. For example, login form will be represented by login component. Registration form will be represented by registration component. How to create a component in the Angular application? To create a new component, we will use below syntax in the CLI. ng generate component name, or ng gc component, right? If you use component name as a login, then login component will be created. What will happen when the component is created? When the component is created, below 4 files will be created. Component.ts file, component.html file, component.css file, component.spec.ts. For every file, component name will be used. For every file, component name will be used. In component.ts file, in component.ts file is a TypeScript class. Component name hyphen component.ts, whatever the name you use, with that name, component name dot component dot ts file is a TypeScript class. In that, we will write, variables and methods to deal with, requests. To deal with requests, component.ts is a TypeScript class. In that, we will write the variables and methods that are going to deal with data. We'll write the properties to store the data, methods to deal with the requests, right? Properties are used to store the data. Properties nothing but variables. These variables are used to store the data, Then what is the purpose of methods? Methods are used to manipulate the properties or to perform the action. Methods to perform action. To perform action, we are going to take the methods. So what will be there in the component.ts file? In the component.ts file, we will have the properties. Those properties are used to store the data. And in the component class, we'll have the methods. Those methods are used to manipulate the data, right? How many components we can create in the Angular application? Note, in Angular application, we can create any number of, in Angular application, we can create, any number of components, App component, app component is the mandatory component. App component is the mandatory component. Is the mandatory component. We can create any number of components in the Angular application, but app component is the mandatory component. How to invoke a component in the web page? Come on, guys. How to invoke? How to invoke a component in web page? Do you know the answer? How to invoke a component in a web page? Yesterday already we discussed it. How to invoke a component in the web page? Come on, I need your answers, guys. How to invoke a component in the web page? Using selector. A component can be invoked. A component can be invoked using selector. Using selector tag. Where the selector tag will be available? Using selector tag, we can find selector tag. We can find selector tag in component.ts file. We can find the selector tag in the component.ts file. Right now, a component. How to represent TypeScript class as a component? How to represent a TypeScript class as a component? How to represent TypeScript class? How to represent TypeScript class as component? By using a annotation. To represent TypeScript class as component, we will use @component decorator. Guys, in the Java, that is called as annotation. In the Angular, that is called as a decorator. So which decorator we are going to use to represent the class as a component? We are going to use @component decorator to represent our class as a component class. To represent our class as a component class. Guys, please read these points once. What is component? I want all of you to please revise these things now. We'll talk more about the component. What is component? It represents certain section in the web page. So Angular application nothing but collection of components. How to create our own component? Whenever you create Angular application, by default app component will come. That is a mandatory component. How to create our own component in the Angular? To create a component in the Angular, we will use this syntax, a short form ngGC component name. I want to create a login component. ngGC login component will be created. What will happen when the component is created? These 4 files will be created. What is the purpose of these 4 files? This file is used to write the properties and methods. Properties are used to store the data. Methods are used to perform the action. Right. In the Angular application, we can create any number of components. App component is the mandatory component. End component is the mandatory component. And how to invoke a component in the web page? To invoke a component, we will use selector tag. Where we can find the selector? Selector tag will be available in the component.ts file. Okay. How to represent the class as a component? For that, we have a @component decorator. @component decorator. Are you guys clear with this? Now, component.ts, here we are going to write properties and methods. We are going to write properties and methods. In the HTML, it is a template, presentation logic, CSS styles. Here unit testing. Here unit testing. That is the purpose of these files, right? Component.ts file, where we are going to write the properties and methods to perform the operations. Now, HTML file, it contains a presentation logic. Presentation logic. Now, component.css, this contains the styles. It contains the styles. And spec.ts. This contains the logic to perform unit testing. It contains the logic to perform unit testing. Got it? All of you read it. What files will be created in the component? All right, guys, are you clear with this one? What is the purpose of TS file, purpose of HTML file, purpose of CSS, purpose of spec.ts? Currently, we are not dealing with the spec.ts. We are dealing with only these three. Okay, good, good. Now, syntax to create a component. How a component is going to look like? Syntax to create a component. We don't need to create it manually, guys. When you execute the command, that will be created. But let me write the syntax, how a component is going to look like. Right now, first, class, class, class name. Whatever the name you want, you can use that class name. Okay. Now, inside this class, we can write the property. For that property, you can specify data type and you can store value. Then you can write a method. That method can take arguments and that method can have return type. Then you can write body. Then you can write the logic inside that method. Then you can write the logic inside the method. It is a normal TypeScript class. Guys, class name. You can give any name for the class. You can write any variable. That variable can have a data type. Based on the data type, you can store the value into the variable. You can write a method. That method can take a parameter. Method can have a return type. Method will have a body. In that we will write the logic. This is a normal TypeScript class. How to represent this class as a component? How to represent this class as a component? We need to use one decorator called component. If I use a decorator called component, then it will become a component class. It will become a component class. Component decorator, we need to import. How to import that? Import component from Angular core package. So Angular core is one package. It is like importing a package. It is like importing a package. Import component from Angular core. Angular core is a predefined package. In that component is available. We need to import that package. So component is a decorator which is used to represent our TypeScript class as a component class, which is used to represent our TypeScript class as a component class. In the Java, if you want to use any annotation, we need to import that from a package. So here, Angular core is the package which contains a component decorator. Got it? All of you clear with the syntax to create a component? Class name, inside that properties and methods. To represent that class as a component, component annotation. Component annotation available in Angular core package. We are importing that. Got it? Metadata properties of component. Component annotation having metadata properties. Some metadata properties of component. Metadata properties of component. Okay. Whenever we write component annotation, it is going to have some properties. It is going to have some properties like this. What are the properties? First one is selector. Selector will be available, something like app root. Then template URL. Then template URL will be available. What is the template URL? // app dot component dot html. App dot component dot html. Next one, style URLs. Style URLs. Here I'm going to specify one URL dot / app dot component dot css. App dot component dot css. Okay, you can pass multiple styles also, but I'm passing only one style URL. These are metadata properties of a component. These are metadata properties of a component. Here, selector represents a tag which is used to invoke the component. Selector selector represents a tag which is used to invoke the component. Selector, in the metadata, selector attribute is available. What is the selector attribute? Selector attribute represents a tag which is used to invoke the component. Next one, template URL. Template URL. Template URL represents the HTML file has to be rendered when the component is invoked. Template URL represents HTML file. Template URL represents HTML file that has to be rendered when the component is invoked. When the component is invoked, which template should be rendered, that will be represented by template URL. Suppose if you invoke, if you want to invoke a component, then you will use a selector. When the component is invoked, what logic should be executed, what data should be displayed in the presentation, that will be there in the template. So this template file will be rendered in the web page when the component is invoked. When the component is invoked, template represents content of the web page. Template represents content for the web page. Next one, styles URL represents a list of styles that have to be loaded for the component template. Okay, style style URLs represents style URLs represent CSS styles that should be loaded for the template. Style URLs represents CSS styles, cascading styles, CSS styles should be loaded that should be loaded for template. That should be loaded for the template. So these are the three attributes that we are going to specify for the component metadata. These are the three things that we are going to specify for component metadata. Component is represents a section in the web page. So to create a component, we have this syntax. When the component is created, these four files will be created. In these four files, TS file represents a TypeScript class. It contains the properties and methods. To represent this class as a component, we have @component decorator. Okay, in order to invoke that component, we have a selector. That selector represents a tag which is used to invoke the component. In the component, we have a template URL which will represent a HTML file that should be rendered when the component is invoked. For this HTML file content, if you want to apply any styles, those styles you can keep in the CSS. Style URLs will represent path of that CSS file. This is the information about the component. Guys, are you able to understand how the component is going to look like and what are the metadata properties we will write for each property? Are you guys clear with this one? Are you guys clear with this one? Now, can we create a component and can we see same thing is happening or not? Can we create a component and can we check all the files are creating or not? Excellent. Now let's go for IDE. Let's go for IDE. Okay, guys, here we have our application called app1. We have our application called app1. Now let me close it. Currently we have a project using Angular. We have created a project by using Angular which is called app1. In the app1 SRC, app is available. App nothing but app component. App component is a mandatory component or app component is a optional component. App is a mandatory component or app is a optional component. App is a mandatory component. We will call it as a parent component. Angular application will start from app module. App module will bootstrap app component. App component will be invoked in the index.html by using app component selector. All the remaining components will be created inside the app component. So the components that we create in the Angular are called as child components for the app component. Grid component is there, wish component is there. I want to create a demo component. Go to terminal, new terminal. Terminal is open. Currently I am pointing to workspace folder. Let me go inside the app1 folder, cd space app1. I navigated to app1 folder. Currently where my terminal is pointing, app1 folder. I want to create a component. Do you know the syntax? Could you please ping the syntax in the chat box? What is the syntax that I need to use, guys? ng generate component, component name. Short form ng gc component, I'm creating demo. Good. When we create a component, what are the files will be created? 4 files will be created. TS file, HTML file, CSS file, spec file. 4 files will be created. TS file, HTML file, CSS file, spec file. Let's wait. It will display in the console what are the files it is going to create. It will display in the console what are the files it is going to create. Demo component I am creating. Demo component I am creating. Good. Demo file will be, demo folder will be created inside the app. Inside that folder, 4 files will be created. Yes, perfect. Demo folder is created. Inside the demo folder, component.ts file is created. Component.html file is created. Component.spec file is created. Component.css file is created. Module file got updated. Why module file is updated? Module file will note down what are the components available. Okay, good. Go to component.ts. What is this? At the rate component is a decorator. Annotation in the Java it is called annotation. In the Angular it is called as decorator. Now remove these things, not required. Not required. At component selector is available. Selector. What is the purpose of selector? Selector is used to invoke the component. What is the template URL? Which represents a HTML file that should be rendered when the component is invoked. Style URL. It represents a CSS file. What are the styles that we want to apply for a template? We can write in the styles. Okay. Class demo component implements on init. Now remove this thing also, not required. Export class demo component. What is the purpose of export? If you want to import this class in some other file, then you need to export. We discussed that concept in the TypeScript modules. If you want to use a class from one file to another file, then you need to export it. Okay. Here if you see, component decorator is imported from one package which is called Angular core package. Now you see here, we also written the same thing. Import component from Angular core. A class will be represented with @component that can contain a property that can contain the methods. In the component we have metadata properties. What are the properties we have? Selector, template URL, style URL. Now in the selector we have a tag that is used to invoke the component. Template URL contains a HTML file for the presentation. Style URL contains CSS file for the styles that we want to apply. Now go to HTML. Here I want to write something like h4. Hi, I am from demo component. h4 tag. For this h4 I want to apply some styles. Okay, h4 font color, that means color, whatever the color that I want to give. For a h4 I want to give color brown. I want to give the color as brown for the h4. Now demo component is having app demo as a selector. Go to app component.html, greet component, wish component, and app demo component also I am invoking. Okay, parent component is app. Inside the app there are 3 child components. 3 child components I'm invoking from the parent. Parent component will be invoked from the index.html. In the index.html we are invoking app selector. In the app selector app HTML file I'm invoking greet selector, wish selector, demo selector. Now let us run our application. ng serve command, which is used to run our Angular application. When we execute ng serve command, Angular application bootstrapping will happen and Angular application will be deployed into live server. Bootstrapping will start from main.ts file. Main.ts file will bootstrap app module. App module will bootstrap app component. App component will be invoked. Then HTML file will be rendered. In the HTML file, I'm invoking greet component, wish component, demo component. Got it? First, parent component will load. Parent component template is loading the 3 child components. A component represents a section in the web page. I hope you understood the details about a component, guys. I hope you understood the details about the component. Got it? All of you. Yeah, in the yesterday's session, I have explained the execution flow also. If you go through yesterday's video, you will understand the execution flow also, how the execution will happen in the Angular application. Today, I just elaborated about component. What is component? How to create component? What files will be created in the component? What content will be there in the component? How to invoke the component? Those details we discussed in the last session. Today, I elaborated in detail. Right, guys? Application still getting deployed. Can you see that yesterday's diagram? Ashwini, check it. In the yesterday's session, I have explained the execution flow. ngsaw main.ts file will load, main.ts will load app module will load app component have a selector. That selector we are invoking in the index.html. When the selector is invoked, the component will be invoked. When the component is invoked, component HTML will be rendered. In the component HTML, I'm loading the greet component. Right? So this is the execution flow. Index.html file will load the app component is loading the child components. That's it. Still, application is getting built. It will compile the application and it will deploy the application to the live server. Let's wait another 1 minute. Yes, compiled successfully. We can access the application in the browser. Localhost colon 4200. Localhost colon 4200. Localhost colon 4200. Now index file loaded. First index file loaded. Then it is loading app component. The app component will load the child components. First, this message printed immediately. After this, app component loaded. App component loading, greet component, wish component, and demo component. First parent component loaded, that parent component loading the child components also. Are you guys clear with component concept? Hello, please respond. Are you guys clear with component concept? Yes, good. I want all of you to practice these components before coming to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we are going to talk about data bindings. How to send the data from component to template to the component. We are going to talk about data bindings in the tomorrow's session. So I will upload the class notes to the Google Classroom and video also will be uploaded to YouTube. Thank you. Thank you guys. And this Saturday, Sunday, we have Spring class. We are going to talk about Spring annotations. Same Zoom link. Spring workshop is there. Saturday and Sunday, we'll talk about Spring annotations, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Good.